everyone, and welcome to Cooking Classy with the William F. Lehman Public Library System. My name is Shelby, and today my godfather Paul and I will be showing you how to make Uncle John's pound cake.
So, you know, my uncle came up with this recipe.
Did he?
He did, because he and my aunt, his wife, they loved sweets. But when she developed Parkinson's, she couldn't chew really well. So he liked, you know, they liked pound cake and all that kind of stuff. So he figured out a way to take and make a pound cake that's moist and fluffy as opposed to thick and dense. So that's what we're going to do today. And one of the keys with this cake is the cake mixes that you can use. Specifically, you need the Duncan Hines cake mixes, and you can use Butter Golden, Strawberry, their Devil's Food, or their Lemon, but you want to make sure and you get the perfectly moist recipe mixes. That's very key to this. Everything else, as we're going to go through it, is pretty simple, and they're all ingredients which most people have right around the house. So the first ingredient that's going to go in is a stick of butter. You can use margarine if you don't cook with butter. The key is that it needs to be at room temperature because we want the butter or the margarine to incorporate with our sugar and our oil. The next thing is we're going to add a half a cup of just white granulated sugar. And we're going to add a half a cup of vegetable oil. And I find with most of my baking, I prefer Crisco as my vegetable oil because it just tends to do better than other brands. So keep a little bit of it around. If I can get the seal to break. There we go. Difficulties.
The struggles can be real some days.
They can. All right, so we've got our butter, our sugar, our oil. Today we're just going to be making the vanilla pound cake, very basic. This is great with fresh strawberries during the summer, especially maybe a little scoop of ice cream. Little can be your own preference as to exactly how small or large that might be. And it's going to be okay if your butter or margarine is a little lumpy once you get it mixed together. The biggest thing is that you just want all three of those first ingredients really well incorporated together. Next thing that we're going to add our cake mix. And we'll just kind of dump all this right in here. And we're also going to add 8 ounces of sour cream. Ready. And we just want to mix that up on low. It's going to form a really dense, thick batter. And after we get that incorporated, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to mix in 5 eggs. And one of the things about this recipe is you want to mix in 1 egg at a time and mix well to incorporate each one of the eggs into the batter. And the last thing that we're going to put in is a teaspoon of vanilla. I use pure vanilla extract. You can use imitation. moderation if you like. It's really up to the individual taste. Okay, so now we're just gonna pour this into a prepared pan. This is a non-stick pan, however, even with these, I go ahead and coat them with Baker's Joy. Doesn't take a lot, but it will help the cake actually cook and set the way we want in the pan. And here we go. Depending on the size of your pan, you may have most of the batter in your cake pan. You may have some left over. You really don't want to fill this beyond 3/4 full because this cake is going to rise, and as it does, if you fill your pan all the way to the top, in most pans they will overflow into your oven.
Oh dear.
Not that I've ever had that happen, mind you, but maybe once or twice. So the other thing that I do to make sure that I don't get cake all in the bottom of my oven is I'll take a couple of pieces of aluminum foil, which I've already done, and just kind of make a little tray that I'm gonna set my bundt pan on in the oven. That way, if it does overflow, it's gonna overflow onto the aluminum foil and not down into the bottom of my oven, which is a cleaning disaster.
That would be a nightmare.
Yes. Okay, we're going in the oven.
Ta-ta-ta-ta! Our cake is complete. Thank you guys so much for cooking with us today, and thank you, Paul, for sharing one of your family recipes with us.
My pleasure.
Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as having a wonderful day. Thanks, guys. Bye!